HTTV in association with Absolute Warehouse Services. Tommy, obviously now we're returning back to action, but do you think the international break came at the wrong point for us?
I think some people could have looked at it that way, but I think for us we're still a new group being led by a new management team, and these periods, I think we're lucky in some respects that we didn't have many lads that went away. Even Trevor, he was unfortunate to get injured, but meant he could incorporate with the group training a bit earlier than usual. So I think things like that have helped, and as I said, we're a new group and being led by a new management team, so it's always good to have these little periods to refresh what we've been going over in the early parts of the manager's reign, and to put some new ideas into place as well.
I can imagine after you all had a short break at the start of the week, then you came back a bit different on and off the pitch, because that's what a run of results can do. Yeah,
I think so. A great week in this league. A week can be such a crucial period when you have them 3-game weeks, and we had a positive one leading into that break. So it's always nice to have the break off the back of such a good week with another hugely important week coming up. But as I say, to end it on the back of 2 wins and 3 unbeaten, 2 clean sheets on the bounce, it's good to go into the next run of games with that under our belt. How did that affect the mood in the dressing room when you all came back in? Yeah, I think I've said before, since the manager's come in, the mood's changed a lot. They're infectious characters, and I've said you're either following or you're not, and the group have taken on board a lot of information and embraced it, and I think you can see a better team for it, a better togetherness for it. The manager's big on hard work and togetherness, and I think we're starting to show that.
And obviously in the international break, like you said earlier, it gave us an extra time to kind of work on the pitch, understand the Cowley style of play. What have you been working on during the break?
Well, we reflected on what's gone on to date, but new ideas. You know, I'm not going to sit here and give it all away, but it's just reinforcing really the early messages that we had so many games so quickly under there when they got the job, and we went back and revisited a lot of them. I think they haven't been shy of making it aware that we have 2 sort of different styles away from home and at home. We've been working a lot on the build and the create and finishing phases as well. So it's been a tough 2 weeks, but a really good 2 weeks, and hopefully we'll see the benefits of it with the games coming up.
As you have more time and develop more of a style, there's exciting things to come.
For sure, and big thing the manager's been on about is reconnecting with the supporters and making that connection and getting them off their seat and having a team that they're proud to come and watch, and we understand that, and hopefully, you know, I know we're away against Blackburn this weekend, but with 2 home games coming up, you know, the support was fantastic and has never wavered really, so hopefully we can keep making that connection and that bond stronger and keep producing good performances.
One thing that's been particularly interesting to us and to other media outlets has been the way that he's given a real insight into players' personalities. He said when he came in he wanted to understand the squad, the people behind the players. How did he do that?
Well, first thing he did, he sat down with us all as individuals. We do a lot of analysis where, you know, a lot of onus is put on us to answer questions, and I think you see the personality coming out in players in them sort of meetings, and with the sessions as well. As I say, whether it's in the canteen, whether it's out on the pitch, whether it's in the dressing room before or after games, he's always asking about you and your family, and trying to find out a little bit more and dig into us as people as well, and that's important because we have got a lot of different cultures, a lot of different players from different backgrounds, and getting that connection is so much easier when you know each other so well. And I think a lot of what we do as well brings that out in the practices that we put in place on the training ground. The manager sets up the sessions in a certain way to bring out personality and to bring out individuals, so that's good for lads like myself who are a little bit older, to try and help lads who you maybe find out are a little bit shyer or a little bit more comfortable in certain situations. So as I say, it's brought the group together, and I think you're starting to see a group that's playing with a little bit more personality and character now as well.
And like you said, he uses players like yourself, the senior leaders in the team, to kind of bring his ideas across, police it almost in the dressing room. for you as a senior player, that must give you a lot of confidence that he has that trust and belief in you that you can do that.
Yeah, I think it comes naturally to some more than it does others, but I think the most important thing is when you've got a leader who's so clear and confident in what they're doing and so passionate about what they're doing, it's so much easier for you to follow that and then push their messages and push the morals and what we stand for in the dressing room. I've had similar situations with managers in the past where it looks after itself when you know what you're following and when you know what you're about and your identity of your group and your team. It just makes my life so much easier to push them messages and for the other senior lads like Shindy, Fraser, Danny Simpson, now Hoggy, you know, it's strength in numbers in knowing what we need, what we stand for and what we're about.
And Blackburn away next, what do you expect from that game?
Going to be a tough game. I think they've changed their style, that they can play in different ways. We've watched a lot of them over the last week, got some dangerous players, so we have to be fully respectful of that, but we're 3 unbeaten and the aim is to remain 4 unbeaten. And
2 clean sheets on the bounce as well.
Yeah, as I say, you know, when you're in good moments and good periods, you start to take awareness of these little runs that you're putting together, and in this league it's so important. As I say, another 3-game week where we can make a big difference to the league position we're in.
And the supporters just finally are really excited after the week that's just gone, or the last game week. That must be great for you as players, because they had a really difficult period obviously before that.
Yeah, I mean, it sort of reflects each other, you know, the mood in the dressing room and on the terraces. So we're excited to take the next challenge of games. We've got a little sprint until the next international break, 5-game period where, you know, we can really go hard. We're going to need everyone in the dressing room, and we're going to need the fans to play their part too.